Radio.
Hey, this is Skippy from Mornings with Lone Star with Dick and Skippy. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Hispanic Chamber Connection. This is a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This show is broadcast from Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe and can be heard at 104.5 and 106.1 FM or on the internet at irlonestar.com, or you can watch us as a Facebook Live on the Hispanic Chamber's Facebook page. My name is Tom Brody, and I'm Vice President of Membership for the Chamber. Dr. Carlos Sanchez, who's normally the host of this program, is still out battling back from an illness. He's getting better and wants to thank everyone for all the prayers and support he's been receiving. But in the meantime, I'll be filling in as host. So if you have any questions of the program or our guest today, please text them to me at 713-906-3710. This program is sponsored by the Amel Agency, an executive partner in the Chamber, and a full-service residential and commercial insurance agency. Without the support of the Amel Agency, this radio show and many other events in the Chamber would not be possible, so we extend a big thank you to the Amel Agency. So our guest today is Ali Garza Ferrante. She's a wine consultant with Scott & Cellar. How are you this morning?
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's great. Welcome. Glad to have you. Ali's a new member with the Chamber, and we wanted to talk about her business. We'll be talking with her more in detail in a minute. But first, I want to describe the purpose of this radio program. And this program, with some of the other benefits that we have of the Chamber, is one way to really make yourself stand out with the Chamber. If you haven't been on this radio program or the Spanish language radio program, please contact me. Send me an email at tom@tombrody.biz, and we'll get you on the calendar. This program and the Spanish language program are weekly programs. This is on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and the Spanish language is on Thursdays at 10. So there's lots of opportunities to be on there. And as our president, Dr. Carlos, always says, the Hispanic Chamber is about four things for its members: visibility, business connections, targeted education, and member advocacy. And I can think of no better way to fulfill all four of those goals than to have you and your business featured on one of our radio programs. So if you have any questions, again, if you'd like to have any questions about what Ali's going to talk about in the wine business, please text them to 713-906-3710. So with that, Ali, let's get started. So what is a wine consultant? Tell us about that.
Well, a wine consultant is someone like me, a representative of, like an ambassador of our brand, Scout & Cellar.
Okay. Yeah. And so for people that haven't heard of Scout & Cellars, why don't you tell them how long they've been in business and really what got the company started?
Well, the company started about 20 months ago. Our founder, her name is Sarah Shadnix. She's a wine lover. Okay. So she's a lawyer. So she was practicing law.
Right.
And in her love for the wine, she started studying to become a sommelier.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So during those studies, you have to drink a lot of wine to become a som.
Right.
She started getting headaches, and she's like, no, this is not normal. And as a good lawyer, she started doing some research.
Okay.
And she started noticing how many chemicals and how much sugar they add to mass-produced wines. So in her discovery in her research to find the solution for her own headaches, right, she found about all this nasty chemicals that they add to the wine. So she literally scouts the world, and she finds clean-crafted wines with no chemicals, no synthetic pesticides in the vineyard, and no sugar.
Wow, so companies were doing that already, and she found them?
Exactly. Okay. A lot of vineyards around the world, they were like doing wine the natural way without nasty ingredients. So what she does is just finds them, brings them to the U.S. Mm-hmm. Over here, she lab tested in the university in California, just to guarantee that they're completely clean crafted.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So, and how did you come across this opportunity?
Well, a friend introduced me to the wines, and I already love wines.
Right.
So I jumped in like that same day. I know, it was kind of crazy. I didn't even ask my husband. But I just joined, and so far it's like the best decision ever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
great.
very happy. Yeah.
Well, very good. So, what was your background before you became a wine consultant? What did you do?
I've been living here in the U.S. for 10 years.
Okay.
So I'm from Mexico. Over there, I started to become a civil engineer.
Okay.
But you know how laws, codes, they're not different. I mean, construction, it's not the same here than in Mexico.
Right.
So I couldn't find a job here.
Oh, okay.
But I still want to contribute to the family bills.
Right.
And I want a job that I can do from home. I have 3 kids, so it has to be at my own time. And I usually work like in the evening because, I mean, people drink wine in the evening. So I can sneak out. My husband is home.
There you go. Well, that works out.
Yeah.
So as a civil engineer, I guess you'd almost have to like re-educate yourself to the laws and everything here, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
So it was like going to college again.
Oh, wow.
And it's, honestly, it's very, very competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, here in Houston, with all the construction, it was going to be like starting from zero.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I can understand that.
I do have a few friends that we studied together. They live in Houston.
Right.
And they had to take like a bunch of certifications and tests to validate their studies in Mexico.
Oh, I bet. So what kind of projects, I mean, not to get too much in that, but when you were as a civil engineer, what kind of projects did you work on?
Well, I usually work from the office, like administration, things like that. I was never on the field.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's kind of like a...
Well, but still, I mean, you're involved in major construction projects, so
Yes.
that's one thing. You're still on the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun. I loved it. I still do things around here. I mean, I help a lot in my house because I know how to do things. But in Mexico, we build with blocks, I mean, and concrete. We don't, sheetrock, it's not existent. So
Really?
it is crazy. It's very, very different.
Okay. Well, very good. So the one thing you mentioned a little bit before was the whole clean crafted wine. So can you explain that to us? And people may not be familiar with that.
Well, as I told you, they're like wines completely different from the ones that you can get at the grocery store.
Right.
I mean, there's like different kind of vineyards. Right now, they can consider themselves organic, but organic doesn't mean clean crafted. Organic means they don't spray pesticides on the vineyard.
Right.
But by the time they come to the cellar, they might add chemicals. So all the clean, you're like putting dirty stuff again.
Okay.
But still, you can find at the grocery store like labels that says 100% organic. They might be organic. I mean, the fruit itself might be organic, but
in the fermentation process,
yes,
something
they
that's
could add
stuff.
and they do so. And since the alcohol is regulated not by the FDA, by the Texas Bureau of Tobacco and Alcohol.
Right.
So alcohol, they don't require to label the ingredients.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen, but wine bottles, they don't have.
I guess I never paid attention.
Well, you should pay attention next time to go to the grocery store because there's no label.
Wow.
I mean, you can just buy a Cabernet or Chardonnay or a blend, and they tell you what grapes they are.
Right, but nothing else.
No, nothing else.
Wow, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, you need to check that out.
Wow. So clean crafted wine, that's a phrase that Scout and Cellar came up with?
Yes, they came with it. Our founder, it's even trademarked it. So we're the only ones that can use that specification.
Right. Okay. And so the whole idea is that they go out and find these vineyards that are making wine according to what you're looking for, being organic, and then also in the fermentation process, they want to make sure no extra added chemicals.
Exactly. No chemicals or no sugar. A lot of people add sugar to raise the alcohol level. Mm-hmm. So that's why the sugar is. And I mean, you don't want sugar. Just rather eat a donut.
Yeah. That's right. So so Scout and Cellar doesn't have any vineyards themselves, right?
No.
So they're just going out and sourcing this
No,
from
these
other
are
vineyards.
very, very old, familiar vineyards.
Okay.
I mean, like the ones that she has like a relationship with in France. Mm-hmm. They're like 100, 200 years vineyards that they have always been like worked by a family.
Okay, right. So these are vineyards, not just the U.S., they're global, all over.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
France, you know how South America makes amazing wines,
Right.
Chile, Argentina. So what she does is once she guarantees that the wine is clean, she brings them to the U.S. The warehouse is in Dallas. So from Dallas, they ship straight to the consumer's door.
Okay, very good.
So people order online. You just go online, place your order, whatever you want. And, my job is to present the wines or make recommendations.
Okay. So are there, I'm familiar with some of the definite types of wines, but do they have the same names like Merlot and Cabernet and all the same names? Or are they called something different because they're crafted?
No, absolutely. I mean, that Merlot, Cabernet, Chardonnay, it's the name of the grape.
Right.
There's thousands of different kind of grapes.
Right.
So we're used to the popular ones, as you said, Merlot, Cabernet, Chardonnay, and the Prosecco comes from a grape that is called Glera. So each grape has a different name. But yes, we label them with the original grape names.
Okay. I was just curious because I remember I was looking at your website, looking at some of the wines, and some of them they had like a blend.
Oh, yes.
A white blend, a red blend. And so I didn't look at all of them, and I was wondering if that was something that was different and they weren't calling it the same things that
No. We call it the same, and we also do blends. I mean, very popular blends they mix Cabernet with Shiraz grape. So when it's not 100% one grape, that's why we call it a red blend.
Okay.
Or a white blend.
All right. Very good. So I guess the one thing is that Scout and Cellar just goes out and looks for all of these vineyards and wineries that make wine according to what they're looking for, their specifications. And so they're not actually bottling anything under the Scout and Cellar label. They've had their stamp of approval on the label.
Once the wine, it's going through all the certification process, what we do is we add a seal, a Scout and Cellar seal, just to guarantee its reliability.
Okay, very good. All right, okay. Well, that's awesome. I think we're up to our first break here, so we'll be back in a few minutes talking wine with Allie. We'll be right back.
Don't miss Lone Star Community Radio on TV and YouTube. Our talk show and music shows are featured on Our City TV, Suddenlink Channel 12, and have their own YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with posted shows and comment on them below the video.
Does your company have needs that can be met by an employee who is dependable, hardworking, enthusiastic, motivated, cooperative, respectful, and punctual? Conroe Independent School District Special Education Department can meet your needs by connecting you with potential employees that have been preparing for a lifetime of employment. We have numerous individuals seeking paid and unpaid work experiences. If your company is interested in seeing how we can meet your business needs, call Conroe ISD Special Education Department to find the best employees for you at 936-709-7671.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, The Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the EML agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the EML Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The EML Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.emelagency.com. The EML Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
This is Rick, TRC. Every Tuesday on my show, Afternoons with Lone Star from 3 to 7, I play back-to-back classic rock hits. That's right. I like to call it a 2 for Tuesday or a 3 for whatever it is you'd like. Call the request line, 936-647-3776, or message me on Facebook, Afternoons with Lone Star, make a music request. That's right, you can do it. Here's what else. Go over to our website, irlonestar.com. Get the app on your phone. It's easy. You'll like it.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection. My name is Tom Brody, and I'm the Vice President of Membership for the Chamber. I'm filling in for Dr. Carlos Sanchez, who is out ill and will be returning very soon. We're talking with Ali Garza-Ferrante today, talking about wine. She's a wine consultant with Scott & Cellar. And if anyone has any questions for Ali, you can post them on the Facebook Live, or you can text them to me, 713-906-3710. And just a reminder, this program is sponsored by the EML Agency, a full-service residential and commercial insurance agency, and they are executive partners in the Chamber. So, Ali, we talked about wine and what your role is, but we didn't tell people how to get in contact with you. What's the best way for people to reach you?
Well, the best way would be to text me.
Okay.
281-460-3771.
Okay.
That would be the best way. I'm attached to my phone. Sometimes I don't answer, but a text would be the best way.
That's the best way? Okay. And you have a website too, correct?
I do. I mean, whoever is ready to go ahead and try our wines, they can go to www.shopthecleanwine.com.
It's Shop the Clean Wine, not chop. It's shop like your shopping cart. So
Exactly.
Shop the Clean Wine. Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. So imagine people, this may be the first time they've heard about the whole clean crafted wine approach. So how do you get people to try them? I mean, do you have tastings, or how do you do that?
I do. I invite friends either to my house, or, for example, you want to host a tasting,
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring the wine to you. You invite a few friends.
Okay.
I'll bring 4 or 6 bottles of wine. It all depends on how many guests.
Okay.
And everyone can try them.
Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, awesome. So is there a cost to that, or how does that work?
No. There's no cost. That's my gift to you, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that the wines are good enough that people just want to buy them right there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I do a tasting or someone hosts a tasting, I mean, probably 80-90% of the guests, they go ahead and order the wine because they really love it and they can feel the difference.
Yeah. Do you ever do a comparison with other, like, the kind of the store-bought or the wines off the shelf to be able to show them the difference?
You know what? No, I don't.
Really?
Because it is, I would say that it might be a little risky because people are used to the wine that they drink.
Right.
I mean, from the HB, let's say.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of sugar, so they like that taste. So if I present like the same kind of note, the same Cabernet,
Right.
they might feel like, oh, it's lacking something. It's
okay.
I don't know, I like to think of like a Nutella example. If I want to make homemade Nutella,
Okay.
like hazelnuts and cocoa, and I would give it to my kids, they would probably say like, no, Mom, we don't like this. I mean,
It doesn't taste the same. right?
Exactly. Give us the real thing.
Oh,
and
okay.
I mean, people's taste bud gets used to certain sweetness.
Okay.
So no, I've never done that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it for myself and
Well,
see
you could
how it goes.
Do a blind one and see if they can tell the difference.
Yeah, maybe I
without
can
the labels.
Uh-huh.
Because that way, if they see the label, also they're maybe have an expectation. But if you like the blind taste test,
Uh-huh.
just have the bottle covered up and say which one do you like better.
Yeah, that
And
might be a
then
good idea.
That'd be a way
I
to
might
tell
need
that.
to
I'm
do
surprised
that.
they haven't been doing that. I would think that you would want to just prove to everyone that what they thought was good wine really wasn't.
I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad wine. I'm
Well,
just
no, but
saying,
I mean-
there's like very, very good French wines
Yeah.
that people love. And I mean, it's okay if you're like a daily drinker. It's good just to cut off on sugar, especially
Right.
because I mean, there's a lot of sickness going on because of the sugar. So
Right.
if you can cut your sugar intake,
Yeah.
that would be good. But if you want to like treat yourself and buy yourself $100 bottle of your favorite wine, I mean, go ahead. I mean, they're very good wines too. It's just that they have a lot of additives.
Right. Okay. Well, very good. So, if anyone wants to set up a tasting with you, they just need to kind of get their friends together and give you a date. And
Exactly.
Then,
Yeah.
okay.
Just text me and tell me I wanna try them, and I'll be there. Yeah. Just they invite, like I'm telling you, 8, 10 friends,
Yeah.
and I'll come over and we'll have fun.
Well, that's awesome. So, how many of these do you do a month? I can imagine you're doing them all the time.
Well, it all depends on how many people reach to me. Like this
Okay.
month, I was like crazy busy.
Yeah.
I did 5 tastings this month. As I told you, everyone buys.
Right.
So it is good business.
That's great. So, how long? I mean, you said it comes from Dallas. So I would think once they order, it's a pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Like
Turnaround, right?
they FedEx the wine. So
Really?
within 2 days,
Yeah.
you have it. The only thing is like someone needs to sign for it. For example, if,
yeah.
but like if you're working, I would recommend ship it to your office.
Okay.
Or with the FedEx Act, you can hold it at a FedEx location
Right.
or at a Walgreens because an adult, has to sign for it.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm on a wine club from a vineyard in California, and that was the same thing that they said. Someone from 21 or older has to sign for it, and you have to be there.
Yeah.
They can't leave it.
Yeah,
that's a
and they
problem.
cannot leave it at the front door.
That brings up another question. Because this one vineyard I was dealing with, because we were in California at the time, they found out lived in Texas. They go, oh, well, we're not going to ship you anything in the summer because of the heat.
Yeah.
They said, and they can't guarantee the wine being cooled. So is there a problem with that?
Well,
going out of Dallas?
last summer, what they did, they overnighted. So
Oh, wow.
instead of
Okay.
2 days, it was 1 day, and
Okay.
they put some isolation on the bottles, and they include ice packs.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, for Arizona, Texas, and Florida. They
Right.
did that last summer. So I'm sure they're going to come with something like that this year.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we have horrible, horrible weather.
And it's every year. I mean, it's not it's not just a one-off. It's all the time. Oh, very good. I guess the other question that I had is that, like we talked about, people have their own preconceived notions about wine. So I said, what's your biggest challenge in this business?
Well, when people
Yeah.
say, I love this brand and I am not open to try another one. People, they love their wines. And I mean, having them to even just be willing to try it is hard.
Really?
But once they try it, they like it.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I would say that's the biggest challenge, like having people open-minded just to give it a try.
Right. Okay. And so you mentioned that your excuse me, the founder of the company was a lawyer. Is she still practicing law? Or is she doing this full time?
No, she's doing this full time.
That's amazing.
She's traveling the world and
Yeah.
just like looking for more wines to put into our inventory.
Right. And this is nationwide in the U.S.?
Yes, it's nationwide. There's a few states that we don't ship to because of their state laws. I mean, some states have like crazy alcohol laws.
Right.
Like Utah, I mean, there's no way. I mean, if you live in Utah, probably you're never going to get wine. But
Okay.
not just our wine. I mean, any other wine club.
Right. It's state law,
It's
for,
state law.
for shipping
Mhm.
alcohol. Okay. Well, that makes sense given their background. But I mean, I noticed that there were some other states that you couldn't ship alcohol to, but that you actually had consultants in those states. I mean,
It is.
how does that work?
It is crazy. So as long as you have a social security number,
Yeah.
you can become a wine consultant. It doesn't matter where you live.
All right.
So if you live in Utah, but you still want to do business with your out-of-state friends, you
Right.
can do it. I
Okay.
mean, that doesn't like limit. But like for example, Oklahoma, like up until last December, we couldn't ship to Oklahoma.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but yet we have like 350 consultants in the whole state of Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
So what they did it was crazy. The girls drove to Dallas to the warehouse. They collect all their customers' orders. They picked up the wine in Dallas and drove back to Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you would imagine like a mom, like
caravan
exactly in the minivan,
right.
full of wine. I mean, it was crazy. I need to show you those pictures because
it
was funny because they took weekly trips just to pick up wine.
Yeah.
I mean, they wanted to work and they found the way.
That's amazing. I wouldn't have thought that, but that makes sense.
So, for example, someone living in Utah, if
Okay.
they live close to Colorado, they can do that. I mean, ship it to Colorado to a Walgreens and just drove it back to Utah.
Oh, wow. So you could have it delivered to, I mean, can you do that here? Like deliver it to a store?
Yes.
Like to Walgreens?
Yeah. If you're not home, you can ship it to a Walgreens or a FedEx location.
Okay. And then and you pick it up from there?
Yeah, of course. They hold it for you for like a week.
Okay.
If you don't pick it up, they'll send it back.
Interesting. Do you make it? I guess you have to make special arrangements with them prior. You just can't randomly ship them wine.
Once you get your like shipping confirmation, you get online and you like pick where do you want to hold it.
Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Well, very good. Okay. I guess one of the questions that I was thinking about before is that, like, you know, you've got to have some kind of training to be able to do this. Because if someone didn't have any kind of wine. So tell us a little bit about the training that they provided just to kind of get you up to speed on wines.
Well, as I told you, our founder is a Psalm 3.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to be experts, but we do get some training from her.
Right. Okay.
So she's an expert, and she trains us. Once you sign up, you go through a series of videos.
Okay.
At least just to know the difference between red and white, or organic, biodynamic, sustainable. So we can talk about this.
Okay.
I mean, before I signed up, I had no idea that there were organic wines or sustainable vineyards or biodynamic. So we do get training from her.
Okay. And so you mentioned biodynamic. I know organic I get, but what's biodynamic? What does that mean?
Well, biodynamic, it's the kind of vineyard that it's like a new kind of farming where it's like a more holistic, that they care about the ecosystem, and they go through with astrological influence and the moon cycle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it is interesting. So a lot of people have this holistic interest now, so they go for the biodynamic vineyards. Again, that's just the vineyard. It doesn't mean that they don't add chemicals in the cellar.
Right.
And the other one that I was mentioning, so we talk about organic, no pesticides in the vineyard. Then the biodynamic with the moon cycle and astrological. And there's the sustainable. And the sustainable vineyards, they focus on being friendly, like with water and energy.
Okay.
So it's like more responsible.
Right.
But again, that doesn't mean they don't add chemicals. So what Scout and Cellar is, or Clean Crafted, that covers the three of them plus the cellar.
Okay.
So it's like a very, very clean vineyard plus a very clean cellar.
Right. So not only organically taking care of the grapes and the plants themselves, but also during the process of bottling and everything, making sure they're not adding a lot of additional chemicals.
Exactly. One of the most popular chemicals they use, it's called Mega Purple.
Okay.
So that means it's a lot of purple.
Right.
They do that, and a lot of wineries do that just to cover flaws.
Oh, okay.
So if it doesn't have like enough purple,
right.
So to make it look more robust, for example.
Right.
So that chemical is the one that stains your teeth purple. You know how?
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you drink red wine.
Mm-hmm.
So our wines don't have any of that. I mean, whatever purple you get, it's just from the grapes.
Right.
So if you spill it in your carpet, it's going to come off.
That's interesting. So the fact that wine stains is from the additive, not the grapes themselves.
Exactly, from that additive. And
Oh my
that is
gosh.
a very, very popular chemical that they add to the
Right.
wine. Sometimes just to cover like smell or clarity.
Right.
So there's a lot of flaws they fix.
Interesting. So we're learning this all kind of education, not only about Allie's business, but about wine and the stuff you're putting in your body. Well, I'll tell you what, we're up against a break right now, so we'll be back in a few minutes, and stay tuned.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Did you know that there are over 153 million orphans in the world today? The sad reality is 99% of those kids will likely never be adopted. Core Love is an organization right here in Conroe that takes care of orphan children in Haiti, Honduras, and India. We bring the love of Jesus by providing their 6 basic needs of clean water, proper food, healthcare, education, job skills, and a loving home. Visit corelove.org, that's CORELUV.org. Will you help defend the orphan?
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Yamel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Yamel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Yamel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Yamel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Yamel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.yamelagency.com. The Yamel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection. My name is Tom Brody. I'm the Vice President of Membership for the Chamber, filling in for Dr. Carlos Sanchez. Today we're talking with Ali Garza Ferrante. She's a wine consultant with Scott & Cellar, and we'll continue talking and learning more about wine here in a minute. But one thing I wanted to do quickly is talk a little bit about the chamber business. As people may or may not have known, we are in the process of rolling out our own app. We have a company called Chamber Nation that's actually building this for us. They're going to redesign our website, and so it'll be searchable. So you can search for any provider of goods and services that's a member of the chamber. So if you're looking for an electrician or a plumber or someone to buy a car from, we have all those services covered by someone in the chamber. Now you can find one that's a chamber member by looking on the app. Also, this will be rolled out so that you can actually download it to your phone. And so you can search for members live on the app and then look at their app for their business, find out a little bit about them before you actually make the phone call. And since it's going to be on your phone, you just hit a button, and then you'll go to a landing page that tells more about their business, and then you could actually call them. So that's going to be a big thing. We're in the process of that now. The first group of members that have signed up has already gone to the company, and that's in process. And I would think we'd have our results here coming out of that pretty soon, like within the next couple weeks. So if you haven't signed up yet, please, if you're getting our newsletter, we also always have a link to sign up. And there's a form there that you can download and then fill out and send in, and we'll get you signed up. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me via email, tom@tombrody.biz, and I can help you answer any questions you may have. So that's it. If you have any questions, again, you can either text me here or send me an email about the app. So I was talking to Allie earlier, and she talked about that they actually, the Scout and Cellar actually gives you some training. So to become a wine consultant. So what's the process if somebody was interested and they wanted to think about doing this, maybe as a part-time or as a full-time job? How would they get started with that?
Well, they can text me and I'll guide them on the process. I mean, you can go online on that website that we mentioned, shopthecleanwine.com, and there's a button here that says join now, and you can do it from there. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help you through the process, but it's not a hard process.
So how soon, from you say, yeah, I want to do this, how soon could you be up and be a consultant?
Like within 10 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, okay. That's very easy. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, good.
So at the beginning, when you join, you get 4 bottles of wine for your first tasting.
Okay.
So let's say you join today. In 2 days, you get 4 bottles of wine that you can use to share with your friends.
Okay.
So it's easy.
Yeah.
You just have to be like dedicated and like willing to learn, and,
Right.
and not expect like customers to come to you, because I mean it's a business.
Right.
You have to promote it and you have to work it like any other business.
Right. Okay. What's been the most, I guess, most helpful for you as far as getting referrals or just getting people to try it? I mean, have you run into any techniques that you found to kind of to overcome people's reluctance to try something new?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Right.
But what has worked for me, it's people host a tasting and they love it so much and they see how their friends like it that they say, like, I want to sign up. I want to do this too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
So I've had that, that the host, at the end of the party, she joined as a consultant.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So when they joined, is a member of your team then?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I have several ladies in my team, and we're working together, growing together, and having fun together.
That's awesome. Well, that's great. So is there a way to I guess, advance through the company?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Scout and Cellar is a direct sales company.
Okay.
So we have a compensation plan just like any other direct sales company. And the more you sell, the more you rank up and more commissions you make.
Right.
If you have a team, you even make residual income.
Right. Okay. That sounds fair. I mean, it's one of those things that people understand how that works. Okay. Well, very good. One of the things that one of the things that we've talked about before is the whole clean crafted thing. And has it been a part of you're being a part of a clean crafted company that has led you to other interests kind of in those things?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, now I realize that there's a lot of products that they have chemicals. I mean, it's not just the wine. I mean, it's the food or your skincare products, your shampoo. I mean, everything. They're full of chemicals. So the more we ask for clean products, I would say the more people are going to, or farmers or producers, they're going to come with better products for ourselves.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. So have you started doing this in other aspects of your life? I mean, starting to look for more organic things in the grocery store?
Yes, it is crazy. My daughter, I have 3 kids, I told you. The youngest, she's just 2 years old, and she loves strawberries. And now I go and buy organic strawberries, and you can cut the strawberry, and it's all pink. I mean, it's a beautiful strawberry. And if I buy non-organic, they're like whitish on the inside.
I don't think I've ever seen a pink inside strawberry. It's always been white. Yeah.
Exactly. But try. Go buy an organic strawberry, and they're all pink all the way through the inside. And I noticed that with my baby because she's obsessed with strawberries.
Right.
And now I try to buy everything organic. I mean, as much as I can find at the grocery store.
Right.
Because that's another thing. They don't have a lot because people are not asking. The more we ask as consumers for cleaner products, the more the grocery stores are going to bring them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's simple supply and demand law, right?
Right. And the other thing is that organics usually cost more than the other things. And it always seems to be an initial reluctance. It's like, yeah, I like organic, but that's, a lot more than the other stuff.
Yes.
So it's kind of it's a sad fact.
Well, hopefully, the more we ask for it, the more producers are going to make them, and the prices will go down.
Yeah, that could be. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. So we're talking with Allie about her wine business. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. And the one thing that I actually wanted to ask you is, has this increased your wine consumption personally now that you're actually trying this? 'Cause I know that sommeliers, and they're really the people who are really training, don't actually drink the wine, but they taste it and they spit it out.
Exactly. When you go to a vineyard in California, you see those people like just put it in their mouth, in their tongue, smelling it, and then they spit it.
Right.
Because you get all the notes on the certain kind of wine on your mouth. You don't have to drink it.
Yeah.
But yes, I have been drinking more. But I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, I've been drinking more. I'm trying new wines.
Okay.
I mean, not specifically like getting drunk. Just I'm trying different.
You can't because you're hosting a party and things, right? So I didn't know if you're hosting a party, are you having to limit yourself because of that?
I don't drink much.
Okay.
When I'm at a tasting, I might have a glass of wine, but I try to taste all of them. So we have like a pourer. When you sign up, you get your pack and it comes with a little thing that you attach to the top of
like a 2-ounce pour, right?
Well, actually, it's a 1 ounce.
1 ounce.
So
it's
just to try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not happy hour. It's a tasting.
But a lot of people would think that a tasting is happy hour. So
yes. Yeah, but no, we put a stop on that.
Okay.
I mean, we have that stopper.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I can understand that too. Okay.
And that way you get to try all of them. Because if I cannot serve you like a full glass of 4 different wines, you're not going to be able to drive.
Right.
So if I serve you an ounce of each, that way you taste and pick whichever you like the best.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. So it has being involved in the wine tasting, in the wine hosting business, has that changed your taste in wine? I mean, for instance, were you a red wine girl and now you're more open to whites, or vice versa?
Well, no, but I've been trying a lot of grapes that I haven't tried before.
Right.
And I'm liking them.
Yeah.
I mean, last month I learned that there's a Tempranillo grape.
Yes.
Well, Tempranillo is famous in Spain.
Right.
So there's a winery here in California that is growing Tempranillo. And last month we had a white Tempranillo. Tempranillo is always
red.
Red.
Right.
And she found a white Tempranillo, also from Spain, from the Rioja area. And it is very good. I mean, it tastes different. But if you're a Tempranillo drinker, I would highly, highly recommend this white Tempranillo. I mean, so I'm learning a lot, and I'm trying different wines.
Right.
And yes, I'm more open.
So do you think you'll try to become a sommelier?
Well, I would love to, but that's a lot of work and a lot of study.
Right.
Becoming a sommelier, it's a full career. I mean, it takes years of training.
Wow.
There's 4 levels of sommelier.
Okay.
Sarah, our founder, she's level 3, so she's very, very high up.
Okay.
So level 4, that's a master sommelier. There's only 280 in the whole world.
Wow, 280
Yeah, master
Wow.
sommeliers.
Okay.
And 29 of them are ladies.
Oh, wow, that's good.
So, yeah. So we're growing, but it's, I'm telling you, it's a full career. It could take 10, 20 years to become a master sommelier, and not anyone can do it because it's a very, very hard test. You have to identify like all kind of wines and grapes.
Yeah, I would bet you'd have to have a very refined taste.
Exactly, and the vintage. I mean, they put a glass of wine, like no label, no nothing, and they can say what vineyard was, what year it was made. So it is not an easy career.
Yeah, I mean, I could never do that. I don't think I could have that. It's kind of like art. It's like I don't know art, but I know what I like, and it's kind of the same way with wines. It's funny because we have a wine club at our neighborhood, and there'll be a tasting, and there'll be a wine that I really like, and half the people hate it. So it's weird how people's tastes are different. Mm-hmm. The same wine, I think everyone will love this, and nobody liked it. I was the only one that liked that.
At the beginning, I was like, no, I don't know if I want to do this. Right now, I enroll into the Texas Wine School. It's downtown, so I'm starting to take some classes.
Okay.
And eventually, I would like to get some certifications. Maybe not master sommelier because I don't have time for invest a lot of time in school.
Sure.
Because of the kids.
Yeah.
But maybe some certifications to become a 1 or 2. I mean, that's doable.
Okay.
So I'm learning and I'm at school again.
Well, very good. That's awesome. Well, okay. Allie, I appreciate you being here. We're going to continue on with Allie here on the Hispanic Chamber Connection, and we'll be right back after this break.
Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
We have the safest food supply in the world. Strict laws and regulations restrict the usage of hormones, antibiotics, and pesticides within our food supply. Production agriculture practices and technologies such as the use of GMOs, which is not any more or less risky than conventional crop production, has allowed American farmers to produce more food on less acres in environmentally sound ways. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make lives better.
The Hispanic Chamber Connection is sponsored by the Amel Insurance Agency, located at 719 Sawdust Road, Suite 103, the Woodlands, Texas. The Amel Agency is a family-owned insurance agency that provides home, life, automobile, and umbrella insurance coverage. Since 2006, the Amel Agency has been a bilingual insurance service for businesses and private citizens in the Montgomery County area. For more information on the Amel Insurance Agency, please visit the Hispanic Chamber Connection at www.irlonestar.com/HCC. The Amel Insurance Agency is available by telephone at 832-525-5656 or online www.amelagency.com. The Amel Insurance Agency is a sponsor of this program, and the Hispanic Chamber Connection thanks you.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris. And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection, a radio program that features and promotes members of the Texas Gulf Coast Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tom Brody. I'm the president of membership of the Chamber, filling in for Dr. Carlos Sanchez, who is out ill, but he's going to be returning very soon. Today, we're talking with Allie Garza Ferrante. She is a wine consultant with Scout and Cellar. And one of the things that we were just talking about off air is how easy it is to order. Allie has a website. And won't you tell us, Allie, what's the best way to contact you and your website again?
Well, the best way would be to send me a text.
Okay.
281-460-3771.
Say it again slower.
281-460-3771.
Great.
I always reply to my text. I might not pick up the phone because I'm busy with the kids sometimes or driving, but I always reply to the text. So that would be the best way. Or if you're ready to order or join the company, you can just go to shopthecleanwine.com and just everything is in there.
Okay.
Like available wines. That's another thing we didn't mention. When I come to do a tasting, our like production is very small because it's for small vineyards.
Okay.
So if you find a wine that you like, you want to order it that day because the next day might not be available.
Really? Okay.
Yes. So that's an interesting thing to mention.
Okay.
That they fly.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you tried something you like, you better order it now.
Exactly.
Because next month it may be gone or something.
Yeah, like for example, when we get Prosecco,
Mm-hmm.
within a week they go.
Wow.
Because people buy a whole case to
Okay.
have for like their parties or celebrations.
Okay.
So whenever you see a wine that you like, just go ahead and order it. Every Wednesday, we release new wines.
Oh,
so
okay.
tomorrow morning, if you go on the website, there's
Okay.
going to be new wines available.
And will those be highlighted as new wines?
No.
Oh, okay. They'll just be available.
No, they just would be in the inventory.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if they said, hey, new wines.
Well, what I do is I usually let my customers know, like, hey, these are the new wines,
Oh, okay.
and there's certain amount on the inventory. So if you see something that you like,
Mm-hmm.
just like go ahead and order it.
Okay.
What I have a lot, people. Some people don't like to get on the internet. So if you're one of those persons that you don't like to order online, you don't trust to put your credit card and all that, you can just message me your order.
Okay.
And I'll do it for you, and it will be shipped to your house.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So if someone doesn't have a computer or doesn't feel comfortable, they're afraid they might order 2 cases when they want 2 bottles.
Exactly.
They could call you or
Yeah.
text you, and you get all the details and you order it for
Absolutely.
them. Oh,
Yes.
that's awesome.
And I will let them know what are the available wine. Because
Right.
as I told you, sometimes they go.
Yeah.
They go, and then you have to wait until the next year. I mean, next year we're going to have the same one. It's just like different vintages.
Well, that was going to be my question. How fast does it come around? So it's the next growing season?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, and wine, it has to be
Age,
3-4 years.
yeah.
It has to be aged. So, like right now, we're drinking wines from 2015
Okay.
and before that.
Right. Wow. Okay. What else would you like to tell people about wine and about the Scott and Cellar wines that we haven't touched on?
We didn't mention that when they harvest the grapes,
Mhm.
they do it by hand. So whatever
Really?
is going to the barrels is just grapes.
Okay.
They press it and then they go to the fermentation. Mass-produced wines usually get machines. So those machines can get a dead bird,
Oh, God.
leaves. I mean, you don't know.
You're turning me off all produced wines now.
Of course, I want you to drink.
That's pretty clever.
Well, but it's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can imagine.
It was like a note on the news about Trader's Joe
Yeah.
that they had that they put birds.
Oh, my gosh.
In the
Well, a little
barrels.
extra protein in your wine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Allie. We appreciate the time. This is the Hispanic Chamber Connection. If you have not been on this program, please make some time and reach out, and we'll get you on the show. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out this show on Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. This show is owned and produced by Lone Star Community Radio and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. For more information about the show, to be a guest, or to sponsor, just contact the studio at 936-647-3776 to leave a message, or email us at lscrstudios@gmail.com.